Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. Today, as you can see by the things I'm wearing, I'm going to talk about 10 fragrances that are amazing for warmer weather. Okay, so at the moment the trend is all about winter fragrances or Valentine and things like that. So I thought I break that trend because it gets a little bit, you know, boring. Yeah, everybody puts these videos and they're all almost the same. So I thought I'll do something different for you today. And today I'm going to talk about 10 fragrances that are basically white fragrances. They don't get that much mention in the fragrance community for different reasons, but in my opinion, these are all of them are amazing juices, beautiful for summer and springtime. They are very refreshing. They are, as the name goes, white. Obviously they are going to be citrus based, white flower bases, and basically I want you to at least go and try them and see if you like any of them, because they are, in my opinion, very underrated, and they don't get that much mention, which they deserve to get mentioned more. Okay, so without further ado, I have one honorable mention, and that one is Toiletterian Pour Homme Sport. The only reason is honorable mention because it's a sport one. It's not a white. Technically, it's not a white, but it is quite bright. It is citrusy. It has got the Toiletterian Pour Homme basically DNA inside it, which is amazing. But they basically turned it to a sport version, to a white version, to citrusy and white floral version, which is magnificent. In my book is 10 out of 10, and as I said, the only reason is in the honorable mention because it's a sport, it's not white technically, but the juice itself is 10 out of 10. The performance is amazing. It's 8 to 10 hours easy. The project very heavy for 3-4 hours, and it's an absolute gem. So if you haven't smelled this, smell it, try it. By the way, I never recommend blind buy. Many of you will know by now. I always say to people, I always recommend to try them, at least get a decant, get a sample, try them wherever you can, because we all have different noses, we all have different lifestyle, we all have different background, we all have different taste. So when I say this is 10 out of 10, that's for me, and I am just letting you know to at least go and try it and see if you like it yourself. Okay, so that was Toiletterian Pour Homme Sport, honorable mention, but highly recommended. Okay, so by the way, these are 10. They are not in particular order because it was very hard to put them in order, say okay 1 to 10, this is best one, this is not, you know, less good, and things like that. They're all amazing. They all have different, you know, a slightly different character to each other, to the scent itself. So it's not in particular order. They're all amazing. Okay, so the first one is Royal Tradition Insurrection 2. This is quite famous because it is basically clone of the king itself, Creed Aventus. I say it's about 80% similar to Creed Aventus. It's quite bright, it's citrusy. This one is a little bit fruitier than Aventus, but it is quite well known. Smells very nice. It performs about 5 to 6 hours with moderate projection, but overall it's very nice juice. It's very nice for summer. It's very refreshing, as we all know from Creed Aventus how beautiful and refreshing it is. Okay, so Royal Tradition Selection 2 at number 10. At number 9, I have another Creed Aventus clone, and this one is Lumoni. Which one is this one? Lumoni Spirit Silver. Another Creed Aventus clone. This one is a little bit greener than Creed, so it's nearly 80% similar to Creed Aventus, but a little bit greener. On its own is amazing juice, but highly recommended. It lasts about 5 to 6 hours with moderate projection, but it's very refreshing and it will remind you of Creed Aventus definitely. Okay. At number 8, I have Ceruti 8081 White. And this one pour homme white. This one, guys, it has got the DNA of 1881 classic Ceruti pour homme, which many of you will love. I love it as well, but they made it even fresher. So this one is much brighter. It's got a white floral inside. It's got a little bit more citruses inside, so it is brighter than the original one, and this one is amazing. It performs again about 5 to 6 hours. The only problem with this one, it little bit reminds you of detergent. I mean, in a good way, it's not a bad way, but it's like basically it smells like a body spray or detergent or a soap. Okay, so it's a little bit on the soapy side, all right, but every time I put it on, amazing. It performs, as I said, medium performance, but very nice smell, refreshing for summer, is beautiful. Okay, so that was 8081 white pour homme white. At number 7, I have from the House of Armagh, and this one is Darby Clubhouse Blanche. This one again, white florals. It's very close to Silver Mountain by Creed. Quite inky. It's beautifully refreshing. It's amazing. I say it's 80-85% similar to Creed Silver Mountain, but again, this one performs very well. It performs 8 to 10 hours on my skin. It's very heavy projection for 3 hours. So for summer, this is amazing. And this is, as you know by now, Armagh, very reasonable, very cheap. I think it's about 15-20 pounds. You can't go wrong. Check it out, smell it. If you like it, then get it. Okay, so that was Armagh, a club, Darby Clubhouse Blanche at number 7. At number 6, I have another Armagh, and this one from the niche line, and this one's called White Diamond. Again, very refreshing, white florals, quite citrusy. This is patchouli inside here as well, so it makes it a little bit different from the other ones, but amazing performer. About 6 to 8 hours performs on my skin. Again, very reasonable, very cheap because it's Armagh. This one, amazing for the summer. Again, little bit on the soapy side, but beautiful. So that was Armagh at number 6, White Diamond. Highly recommended. Try it before you buy it. Okay. Now at number 5, I have from the House of Carven, which some of you will know this house. Carven is a very traditional old house, French perfumery house, which they don't get that much mention in the community, but in terms of quality, they make excellent quality perfumes. But for some reason they don't get that big exposure that other houses get, like Dior, Chanel and all sorts, yeah. So, but the juice quality, top notch, beautiful presentation as you can see. And this one is, I won't say it's a copy, but it's very similar to a Bleu de Chanel. I say it's like a Bleu de Chanel or Dior Sauvage and Dylan Blue by Versace, in that class, okay? But it performs amazing. It performs about 8 to 10 hours, heavy projection, and the quality of the juice is very good. It basically, to me, it smells like niche. Okay, so that was Carven Lude Intense. Carven Lude Intense. I'll put the names in the description below, so if you want to do your research, you can do that. Okay, So at number 5. The next one is from the same house, Carven, and this is quite well known in the community. This is the famous Lavender by Carven. This is the Eau de Perfume concentration. The last one was Eau de Toilet, but it's an intense one. So this one, again, it performs amazing, 8 to 10 hours. It's vetiver base, but it's got white floral and the citruses as well. It's very beautiful, a little bit on the soapy side, but it's classy. This one is a gentleman-like, so I would not recommend it for anybody less than the age of 25, because it reminds you of classic perfumes, but in no way is dated. It's beautiful. If you like refreshing vetiver, beautiful citruses and white florals, this one is amazing. And again, for what you pay, I paid £25 for this. Amazing. As I said, they smell very good, they're very good quality, and it is to me like a niche quality perfume. Okay, so that was Le Vetiver by Carven, the Perfume edition, at number 4. At number 3, I have from the house of Ferrari, and is Ferrari Essence Mosque. This one is very close to Creed Millésime Impérial. Again, very refreshing, fruity. That watermelon is there. It's quite white. It's quite white floral inside there. It's a little bit on the aquatic side as well, but overall is amazing. It will last about 5 to 6 hours on the skin. Again, this is not a huge performer, but for what it is, and the quality again is very good in this one, and it's a bargain. I paid £25 for this, which is in my book worth every penny, so it's highly recommended. It's Ferrari Essence Mosque at number 3, highly recommended. So always try before you buy. At number 2, I have very famous from the house of Thierry Mugler, one of my favorite houses, and this is Pure Shot or Pure Energy. Again, very summery. Bergamot is big in this. Again, little bit of floral, little bit of woody base, but the wood is white wood. Very good for summer and for the heat. Beautiful. For some reason, this one from the house of Thierry Mugler doesn't get that much love. Now I understand why, because it doesn't perform as good as the other ones. Other ones are all beast mode, but this one is only 5-6 hours. So many people basically, because it's come from the house which they make very strong fragrances, and this one doesn't, they got disappointed. But to me, apart from that, it's amazingly nice, beautiful, refreshing. As I said, it's amazing for summer, and it's a little bit similar to Sauvage by Dior. It's not copycat, but very similar to, you know, especially the opening. When you smell it, it's wow, this is when Sauvage are very similar. So number 2, highly recommended for summer, beautiful Pure Energy or Pure Shot from the house of Thierry Mugler. Number 1, this house is one of my favorite houses for fragrances. This one and Ted Lapetis, hands down one of the best houses out there for making men's perfumes, and this is Jacques Bogart Silver Scent Pure, and this one, what can I say, beautiful floral, white floral, orange blossom, woods in the base, similar to the original Silver Scent, but much brighter and less harsh, and it's amazing for summer. It performs amazing, about 8 to 10 hours on the skin, and heavy projection for, and as we know by now, this house, they always make beast mode fragrances. House of Jacques Bogart and Ted Lapetis are renowned for this, and that's why they are my favorite houses. And it's a bargain, less than £20. By the way, all of these I mentioned today are between £20 to £30. You don't pay more than that, so they are all good value for money, and they're all amazing for heat and summertime. Okay, thank you very much guys for watching. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and tell me down below if you have any of these, what you think of them, and tell me about these comparisons today. Thank you very much, and I see you later guys. Bye.